Hey everybody, I'm back. It's your intrepid host, the model Misfit. So, I have to apologize. I've been missing for a little while. We had a hurricane. We had the start of my, well, it was my chosen career. I'm a tattoo artist. So, opening a new shop has been rather difficult, you know. The trials and tribulations of new clients, new areas, so on and so forth. So I really didn't have as much time to devote to making videos. I was definitely buying toys, but wasn't doing as much filming. So hopefully now that everything's settled down a little bit, I'll be able to get back on. And we'll be doing videos on different resins. I bought several flexible and tough resins to try out on making some of the wearables that I make, and some more durable, stuff for weaponry. The head sculpts tend to be okay, but when it comes to the wearables, the flex nature, you want it to flex, but you don't want it to get, you don't want it to tear or, stuff like that. So we'll be working on that, and I'll have a series probably on which resins I'm using and the qualities and pros and cons of each. Most of them are a Resion. I have an F69, which I've been using, an F80, and an FX60. The FX60, I believe, is more of like a silicone type. So I'm really anxious to see how it holds up and withstands the flexible or the flexing of putting on a wearable and taking it off and putting it on and taking it off. We oftentimes will switch it between figures multiple times. Very few people that I know will put it on one figure and leave it there. I certainly don't. I'm constantly fucking around with something. Also, there are some reviews that are backed up. I've got the Once a Man Cobra Commander. I have the new retro card back Cobra Commander. I finally got a His tank, which some of you guys have seen. Gosh, the Twilight, I'm looking at them, the Twilight Trooper, right? And the Commander, Steel Core Commander. Oh, fart. What else? Good gracious. This review, however, is about the Mezco Commando Snake Eyes, which is an Sdcc exclusive, and it's a handful. He's quite a beast, but as you know, I'm opinionated, and I have some negatives about the entire thing. Most of which are, I mean, not small, but I guess they are small when you really look at it. Design-wise, the entire thing is phenomenal. As usual, it's a Mezco. The details are unreal. But I think that this particular figure will get a lot of reuse. There's a lot of potential here for this figure because, for one, he's not so iconic in what he's wearing that it's so specific to only Snake Eyes. The switch outs and what he's already wearing isn't so iconic that it can't be utilized for other figures. So, and I'll put some photos that I took on the back side of the video there. So let you guys kind of see what I was looking at, and I've got some printed stuff that really just popped right on there, and in some ways I think really could have enhanced the Commando Snake Eyes, but when given the retro feel that they were going for, I think with the harness that they ended up going with was pretty good. Like I said, we'll get into the figure. Let's go back down. All right, so here we go. Here is the Commando Snake Eyes. This is the Sdcc exclusive. and I really wanted to get my hands on this guy. I'm a Mac 11 fan, and this guy comes with 2 Mac 11s with detachable magazines, an MP5 with, of course, detachable magazines, and oh yeah, all the bullets are always painted, which is just, I don't know how they get the detail. I mean, it's incredibly precise. All the magazines for the pistol as well, all have little tiny bullets that are painted up. So most of you guys have already seen Punk's review, because I mean, let's face it, it's his freaking fault I bought this thing. Now, as a pew pew lover, the fact that these weapons are just so detailed just trips me out, man. Look at that. You know? Look how cool that is. And they're not Nerf guns, they're actual firearms. Look at this. That is just crazy. And the weaponry is always accurate. There's never extra crazy optics that they put on there thinking that they're real life, and they're not. Everything is in its place, and it's an actual item that is for reals in real life. So now I'm going to go over a few things that I guess I don't know if too many people really touch on. So I was not a fan. I opened it up at work. I was very excited that I got the guy. Let's bring it up there. Hey, how you doing? There you go. So when I got him, I immediately opened him at work and was, you know, showing everybody, "Ha, look what I got! I'm so excited." So upon opening it, again, I've had the Deathstroke Stealth Edition, which was a PX exclusive, and I also had a version of the Firefly, and I say a version because when I got it, he had been kind of stripped of some of his hands and stuff like that, so he wasn't 100%. So I see a lot of the same stuff on this figure as I did with the Firefly. As far as things I guess I really just didn't care for, or just questioned, I suppose. So let's get down to it. My main gripe here, and we'll get the gripes out of the way, and then we'll go to all the awesome stuff, because there's plenty of that. The hands here are not really gripping our Mac 11 too well. And as has been pointed out, the Mac 11, the Uzi, you know, guns like this are going to have a thicker grip, simply because they're essentially sheet metal, but they have a double stack magazine with a single feed, and that goes up into the grip. And the style of magazine that it is very blocky, very square. So it makes the entire grip very large. But if you're gonna make that design choice in giving the character these iconic weapons, I would have preferred to have the hand that at least, even on the MP5, I'll show you, his trigger finger doesn't make all the way around the actual trigger. His pinky is barely holding on to that grip, and it's both sides. Don't think that it's just one hand did it. They did it to both, right? So it just, for photo wise, it doesn't look good. It looks like he's about to throw the sucker down, and none of the other hands are appropriate to hold it. As number one, they're not opened up large enough, or number two, they don't have trigger fingers. Number two, and I guess it was a choice to do this, but you know, we're Commando, right? We're known for our silent maneuvering. Why no suppressor? No suppressor for the pistol, for the rifle, for the MP5, or for the Mac 11s. Nothing, right? But again, I 3D print, so of course I can fix this, but as we've said before, I shouldn't have to fix this, right? I shouldn't have to. So, and when it comes to the grip, right? Here's a version I have of Snake Eyes, right? It's a printed version for the, I think it's V4. But that's a classified hand, and that is the same chunky ass grip. Look how huge that grip is. And he's holding it just fine. Right? So now, yeah, I'm a big fan of Snake Eyes. Fuck off. So, if he's able to do it, why wasn't the Mezco able to do it? And I've since gotten rid of the Deathstroke and the Firefly, so I really didn't have a comparison to see if their hands were similarly affected. But a simple suppressor for one of these, or you know, for this weapon, would have been awesome. Whoop. There we go. Look at that. I only had one on deck, but come on now. Anyway, so that's pretty much my only gripe. Other than whenever I took it out of the box, there is a spot right here to put his very, very, very cool knife. Like, this knife is outrageously detailed, guys. You have no idea. Look at this guy here. Let me get off on a tangent, but look at this thing, man. It's got the grip texture. Can we see that grip texture? Come on. Yeah, there we go. I mean, this thing is epic. It even looks like it's got like a powder coat or something on it, or hammered finish. This thing is wicked cool. But anyway, back to my bitching. So, there's supposed to be a little piece right here, okay, that clips in and goes around the hilt of the knife, or the hilt, whatever that freaking thing is right here, right? It's supposed to go around this to hold the blade in. That was broken. It was broken. It was like off in the box, like gone. So I guess I don't know what Mezco and how their customer service is, but I guess we'll find out and I'll update you from there. So here we have a little harness, which does come off fairly easy. I have not found a way to take the belt off though. We've got a nice holster, which really only fits this pistol well, and this pistol is pretty damn cool. It's got a light laser combo. Looks like maybe a TLR6 or something. Come on. Some of you know and some of you don't, but you know, after I took a hiatus from tattooing and became a gunsmith for a while, so I'm kind of picky when it comes to how they take care of the guns in the different lines. Kind of a ass about it, but very, very cool. Again, they really do well with the firearms. That's one thing. That's one thing I really appreciate. But yeah, the other pistols, where you at? A little HK, I think a VP9 or something like that. When it goes in, it just kind of dance there. You know, dancing. He just kind of hangs out in there. You gonna focus there, bud? Thanks. Yeah, he just kind of dances in there. So I'm guessing it's really not for that particular pistol. I guess it's only for... Wow, my filming is crappy tonight. I'm guessing it's only for this guy here. I mean, which is okay. Because we have a bag. And we'll get to that in a second. Boom. Close your slide. Good to go. Look, his little cakeys. Oh, cakeys. Alright, so we've got a nice little belt with some little pouches, nice buckle. Everything is pretty much either a matte black or a gloss black. But I really do like the design choices with the ribbed shirt. And I even like the shiny knee pads. The boots, I love the boots. My ankles are a little loose when it came to trying to stand him up, you know, in some dynamic poses. He really didn't like it a whole lot. Yeah, kind of loose. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. Hopefully I'm the only one that gets the loosey goose there. And then we've got some other types of pouches on the leg. So as usual, these are removable here. The harness is removable, as is the head and hands. So there's some good switch outs there. We've got, stay buddy. We've got the hey, how you doing?
Hi there. How y'all doing? My name is Snake Eyes. Oh yeah, I'm Prince of Mothman.
Alright, that was a terrible attempt at holding that. You know what? Oh, here we go. There we go. Love the detail on the hands. Really, really do. They're quite flexible too. Quite flexible. There we go. Get it in frame. Thanks. Quite flexible. Look at that. More so than the other figures I've had. Which, I mean, isn't good or bad as far as I'm concerned. Then we've got your grab stuff hand. Your chicken chokers there. For your grenades, your swords, whatnot. And this we got a fist for some fisticuffs. You know, because Snake Eyes will smack you in the face. He doesn't talk a lot of smack, but he will smack you. Smacketh. He will layeth the smacketh down. And then we have a stop in the name of love hand. Stop in the name of love. It could be a crossing guard. Look at that. Ah, crossing guard Snake Eyes. I mean, or it could be a Judy chop. Get you a Judy chop there. Alright, and we got the jazz hands. I mean, nobody's complete without jazz hands, bro. Jazz hands. And then Boogaloo. What's Boogaloo? I don't know, but when I say it, you better figure it out. There you go. Alright. And then on the other side, we have, you know, similarly, we have the another fist, another chicken choker hand, and then we have like a kung fu, like I guess like tiger form, the claws. Kia! I really kind of like this hand, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is, but it's the only one that looks martial arts-ish to me. I really like this one. Okay, so that's all our hands out of the way there. And you have the usual blast effects that came with, I mean, freaking pretty much everybody, right? I got this guy here, which is just really, really weird to me. Here they got this guy, which is one of my favorites. And unlike Firefly, the bullets are painted on the end of this one. And I can't tell you how much of a fan I am of that. I think that just adds such a cool layer of reality to them. My wife even loves this shit. She's like, oh, look at the details. Look at that. Man, that's cool. I like some of the smaller, more simplistic ones, to be honest with you. Some of these big, poofy, fluffy looking dudes, I'm not huge on. Although, when done right, I've seen some guys like just really pull it off with these. I guess I'm not one of them. Then, I have several canisters of what, you know, flash, CS gas, smoke, whatever you're going to use, you know, per mission requirements there. I believe we had 4 of those. There's 4, okay. We have 4 of those. Now we have some old school, more traditional Snake Eyes type garb here. Little bands to go around the arms. And it's some more little pouches. Reminiscent of the, all the other Snake Eyes really. There's 2 of those. There's a double pocket and a single pocket. Again, you know, similar to all the other Snake Eyes offerings up to this point. So that's those. You got extra magazines for, oh, let's turn you around. For your Mach 11. Extra magazines for your HK pistol. And extra mag for, there we go, your MP5. Now let's get into the fun stuff. So, check this out. Right, we have some C4. Yes, Angry Play-Doh. Alright, and we also have a clickety-clacker. Clack, 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 boom. Alright, there's our detonator, which does look different than other versions of detonators that we've seen thus far. So I really like that they changed that up a little bit. Now, here we have another device. Now, I don't know if it's a GPS, if it's, you know, like a transponder, if it's a sat phone, you know, type of deal. Not really sure what this guy is. Looks like it might open in the back there. No, it's probably just, I'm probably break it if I do that. See, look right there. Looks like it might open up. I bet it doesn't. I'll break it. But I like the little screen there. It shows you some, you know, some sheen. Very delicate little guys, man. If you are a Mezco dude, you have got to be careful with this stuff. You can't just throw this in a bucket, man. Tell you what. All right. Now, one of my favorite pieces, actually. I am weird, and I like soft goods. I mean, I guess I'm not weird. A lot of us do. So here we have like a tactical laptop bag, right? And we've even got our little pocketses for our lambda spread. I mean, for our grenades.
These pocketses. Filthy habit.
So there we go. So we can take one of our little grenades, plop it down in there, boom, like so, and get your buddy mission ready. And what I found was really, really cool is, if any of you guys know, you know, at the bottom of the pouches, real life pouches, there is a small strip of Cordura, which will hold your item in. And this guy, there it is, has it too. Look at that right there. That tripped me out. Can you guys see that? Hope so. So now we got all our different gas grenades or what have you. They don't look like flashes to me. They look more like gas. Smoke or gas. But then again, somebody I'm sure will correct me. Even on the sides here, we have some little pocketses, you know? Stuff a couple mags in there. Look at that. Boom. You got some nades, some mags, and then this even opens. A really good Velcro too. I was really surprised. And then you can stuff all your other goodies in there. Look at that. I really, you know, this is an upgrade from the MERS that we were given with the classified stuff. I mean, obviously it is, but I like this. This is more modular, you know. You can change it per mission spec, you know. You can put grenades in here. You can put extra ammunition. You can put med kit. You can put whatever you need, you know, your communication device. You can put whatever you need in there. Hell, I bet the C4 even fits in there. Let's see. Let's see if the C4 fits in this sucker. That'd be awesome. Let's see. I bet it does too. Shit, yeah, it does. Look at that. Boom. C4 in there. And then our clacker. Oh. Big hands. Look, there you go. No, it's not gonna work. Oh, come on, don't worry. Now my big dumb self's gonna break it. Oh, there we go. But anyway, really a big fan of this. Big fan. Now this here, I don't know what we're doing here, to be honest, guys. I mean, it certainly is very cool looking. I mean, I'm a big fan of the look, you know, the detail, the weathering. You know, that none of that it's above reproach, as they say, right? But including this into this kit, I just, man, why? I mean, I'm sure I can come up with some stuff for it, but as far as like, what are we doing? You know, is it to catch dudes? Pew pew. You know, is it to grab them by the head? You know, what's the deal? Does it like, does it wrap into like chains and stuff and pew, right? I mean, what is its intended purpose? Is what I'm asking, I guess. All right, so now we're going to talk about what I think is. As I was saying, here I come to what for me is, you know, like the highlight or the upside of this particular figure, right? So for me, as I previously stated, the figure itself is not so iconic. As far as the garb, and it's not so iconic, it's not so quintessentially Snake Eyes, where you really can't utilize other items on it to create another, you know, jobber, right? Like we used to call it, you know, when we watched you know, the wrestling, right? So like, you know, just a jobber, just some dude. A random, right? Fucking rando. So, for me, that's what I like. You know, even these guys here that we were offered. There's several possibilities what we can do. But I feel like the all black carries well across, you know, the entire Snake Eyes mythos. But if you were to, oh, let's pull you back a little bit there, huh, guys? I'll pull you back in the saddle again. Or we'll draw. Okay, thanks, Crow. I have the look of the crow today. All right, let's try that again. Here we go. So let's give him a little pop-a-roo there. And like I said, I'll throw in some other photos at the end and show you kind of what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh, these loose freaking ankles. Stay. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab some Dicky Stacky.
Oh, wow.
All right, so boom. All right, and there you go. You've got Mr. Random, you know, Mr. Random Splinter Celly type guy, right? Boom. That's all it took. Switch ahead. Because as I said, he's not so, this version is not so iconic and not so distinct as far as the loadout that it can only be Snake Eyes. Okay, now we'll take off this one and boom. Right now, and these are all 3D printed heads, by the way, which I do produce. I'm super slow, and if anybody's, you know, if any of you have ever ordered from me, you know. But I don't do it as a job. I do it for fun. I do it to help my buddies out, you know, and because I like it. I use an Anycubic M3 Photon. All right, there it is right there. Anyway, so, and I actually think this was a Splinter Cell model, and I liked it. So now, let's try just, okay, yeah, I like this one. Boom. Just a regular PMC, you know, private military contractor head. I believe this is like a, you know, Call of Duty or something like that, but boom. And you give him a little paint job, paint the little head up, and you're good to go. Swap out the vest, which I did. And what's cool is he's, you know, the weapons, or the hands and the weapons scale very well with Classified, with Valaverse, and with a lot of the 3D printed stuff that I've done. Even the, and like I said, I've got some photos I'll roll in at the end for you guys. I believe this was the Spec Ops Valaverse guy, right? And boom. And that's not Snake Eyes. That's Bill. That's Bill the sniper, you know, or oh, and then we have, check this one on him. You know, this one's even got the holster up front and the dangler, a couple mags, molly down the side, and it's even got a comm pack to the rear, you know, radio and everything. So you guys got his comms, boom, there's your ratio, and then bloop, right on there. So you're gonna get out, you know, anybody that gets this figure is gonna get a lot of use out of it, really, in my opinion. And then what I thought was really, really cool is if you, and who doesn't have like, you know, 30 freaking Snake Eyes, right, kicking around the house, whether it be the OG version, which that's what this guy is, right, or whether it be this guy or this guy, right, you can use all of that on him and make whoever you want. I took some kunai, put it on his leg, pew, right there. Took his granadas and put those across his chest. Phew. And then, like I said, they even give you the old school arm pouches and stuff. Throw a little Uzi in his hand, and you got your classic Snake Eyes. Oh, there's also, which I thought was kind of neat, on the back here. Oh, watch out there, Snakey. Oh no, you killed Snake Eyes. All right, so on the back here of the harness, you've got two little loopy-doos. Now, you really don't have any parts, not that I know of, that this is for. They are through and through as if you could put something through it. I've been very hesitant to do anything like that, but I mean, clearly it was meant to maybe some sort of repelling apparatus. You know, maybe that's what the little grappling hook guy is for, or whatever. But yeah, so like I was saying, if you want to, you know, take other Snake Eyes heads and put it on this guy, it really looks freaking awesome. Look at that, boom. And that's a custom, you know, printed one that I did, and did a little bit of an interference on the goggles. I mean, look how it just, pow, you know, wakes him up a little bit. But it looks just as good as the one that the Mezco came with. So I was really surprised by that. Also, where's the other one? Here's one that's kind of like, you know, this guy here, but boom. Oh, come on, you fart hugger. He's looking way up. Don't look way up. Look way down. Look downhill. Over here. Thank you. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Boom. Sit down. Look at that. Looks pretty cool, right? I dig it. And again, it doesn't look off. It you know, it looks just as normal as any of the other head sculpts do. Even the, like I think it's the Resolute head. Looks just fine. And like I said, once you throw some of the other ninja style stuff on him, he doesn't look out of place at all. But I mean, shit, you can even throw on a Duke head. Bloop. Oh, look. Now it's a James Bondy type dude. This figure, for me, is going to give people a lot of options in one figure. You can utilize him in so many different ways. And as I said, if you've got any of the 3D printed gear, you know, or you need some, you know, or you get some, should I say, if you need some, you know, you hit me up. But anyway, if you get some, you can utilize it on this guy, because he's, like I said, he's not so distinct in this version to not be able to be modified to be anyone else. But a pew pew with a shush, with a little whisper pickle on it. I think they really missed the bar on that one. And these hands. The thumb is like this. It does not grab. I mean, it's like this. The finger, you know, is like, it doesn't reach the trigger at all. Matter of fact, let me show you, because, you know, oh, it's just because it's the Mac 11s, right? Oh, the Mac 11s are large. The Uzi has a large grip, right? Okay, so wait. Okay, MP5. And I should not have been able to get that Mac 11 out of his hands that frickin' easy. Look at this. Watch this. And this has no reason to be this big. Look at this. Look at this. So, hand is barely on the sucker. Look at this. Press it all the way in. And then, look at this. Boo. Boo hiss, boo hiss. Alright, now, we'll take the little M4 platform with looks like a Mod 0 stock on it. Oh, actually, it looks like one of the Magpul stocks with a little snack container in the bottom. I love those. You put your Juju bees in there. All right, so even with the M4 in his hand. Okay, even with the M4. Look at this. Look at this, look at this. Barely hanging on. Barely hanging on. I mean, he barely, I mean, what is this? What is this? Shall we classify it better hands? Couldn't do better hands, guys? And that's my one real gripe about this. Everything else is really freaking on point, man. The head sculpts are great. Even though I only got one head, but I mean, it's not like he has multiple expressions, right? But in closing, I really think that being an Sdcc exclusive, and it's only going to go up in value if you're, you know, if we're talking value wise, right? Playability, I think that is really where we're going to see it shine, is the fact that you're able to utilize this figure to create so many different looks, okay? Because, as I said, if you're any kind of Snake Eyes fan or even G.I. Joe fan, you've got several different Snake Eyes. I mean, you can go all the way from your V4, and twist his head clean off. You can go straight from a V4. You can throw on different gear on him and make him all the way across your Resolutes. I mean, you can really, you know, make the most out of this figure. Simply because he's so iconic, you know, with the mask, but that really is the only part that is a must, right? Because we can utilize different loadouts. As long as it's mostly black or gray, you know, even you can throw some greens and stuff in there. I mean, hell, there's an Arctic version. You can, you know, the clothes isn't really what does it. It's the mask. So if you've got this base, you can really do whatever you want with him. And you know, as usual, it articulates like crazy. And the clothes on this one do not hinder it a whole lot at all. The top is nice and stretchy. The pants are fairly stretchy. Now that it does kind of pinch you up in a couple of areas simply because the pants are fitted around these knee pads. So there are some leg extensions and stuff that I did kind of see pinchy. But like I said, I really like the figure. I'm content with it. I'm very happy with it. The only thing I think that I would do is, and I might end up doing it, is finding some other hands and printing some other hands. I might honestly do that. But I think it's really cool that you can swap out the heads and swap out the gear, and you've got a totally different figure. You know, you need him to be a runner. You know, get him a little bag. Watch this. We're gonna play Heat. Let's see. Not the Duke head. We'll get this one. Bloop. Batman head. Oh, sorry about that. But you guys can kind of see. I suck. Oh well. Boom. You got heat. I mean, he fits in. You can have a whole cadre of these dudes infiltrate. And if you took some of the 60th anniversary scuba diver stuff, you know, and added it to this, right? With the flippers and stuff, as if he's transitioned from a waterborne operation onto a land-based deal. I mean, you got it right here, bud. Anyway, so again, thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed. Appreciate everybody who comments and has my back. You guys know who you are. All you guys that you're waiting on printed objects. We had a hurricane. Just bear with me. Some of you know about my health issues and stuff like that. Some of you don't. I'm old. I have cancer. Shit happens. So I'm not always the fastest, but it always comes through in the end, right? Anyway, so I want to, as usual, thank and scorn Punk for showing me this and making me buy it. You're a dirty, dirty person, Lawrence. And hail to the toys, right? Thank you, all my little Misfit minions. And as always, Davey boy, keep your head up. Thanks to everybody. If you want, you know, click the little you know, subscribe and lick my bell. But other than that, guys, we'll try to keep, you know, we'll try to keep up at least with one a week. I've got a couple more coming. I've got some spicy thoughts on the Twilight and the Commander there. Really, it's really, you know, the Twilight Guard, I think, as everyone's already stated, is a standout character. The Commander, they really made some boo-boo damn choices on some of the stuff they did, and it's got me kind of chapped on the ass, to be honest with you. So stick around if you want to hear me bitch about some stuff. Right on. Thanks everybody. Never conform. Always be a misfit.